Hello, good day. It's Pharmacist Ife here, and I'm so glad to be here once again on this week edition of sharing our weekly health tips. Yes, due to popular demand, I'm going to be talking about mental health, and major topics I'm going to be covering on it is the definition, what causes it, the risk factors, what you can do to prevent or stop it from coming down with mental health disorders. And I'll be talking about signs and symptoms that you can notice in yourself or maybe in a friend or a neighbor, and that could be a sign and symptom of mental health disorders. All right, so from definition of mental health, according to WHO, that is World Health Organization, said that it is a state of well-being whereby individuals recognizes their abilities. They are able to cope with the normal stressors, normal stress of life. They're able to cope with it well, and being able to work productively even with the stress and fruitfully contribute, make a fruitful contribution to their communities. So, if you are able to know yourself, able to cope with stress, whether from the family, from work, from any angle that stress comes from, and you're able to cope with it adequately well, and you're still able to make meaningful contribution to your communities, it is a state of being in a proper state of mind. That is, your mental health is in proper order. So, there are several risk factors that could lead to um, um, disorganized or unstable mental health or mental health disorder, and that is, it could be from job stress. If you are working at a job that you don't like, or maybe the stress is just too much, the work is too much for one person, or employment, then if someone loses is bereaved of a loved one, it could result into depression that could lead to mental health disorder. Then another thing is victim of violence, trauma, maybe a victim of an armed robbery, sexual abuse, rape. It could lead to mental health disorder. Another thing is drug and substance abuse. There are drugs that if you take them for a long while, you tend to be addictive on them, and if you don't take them, you tend to exhibit some withdrawal symptoms that could lead to depression, that could lead to mental health disorder. Another thing is sickness, physical disability. It could lead to mental health disorder. These are many more things that are related to what I mentioned earlier lead to mental health disorder, or it could be risk factors that could lead to, they themselves they are not mental health disorder themselves, but they could lead to it if not checked, if not properly managed. So I'll talk about the signs of mental illness. Signs of mental illness are when you have suicidal thoughts, there's no feeling of being alive, like there's no meaning to life, no meaning, like, let me just end this life. And people could say it. You can see it from how people dress, you can see it from how people even post on social media, you can see from how people talk. When people are hopeful, like hopeful, God gave us the gift of hoping for a future, a better future, and you are just thinking about how to put an end to everything due to one thing or the other. It is a sign, a very prominent sign of mental illness or mental disorder. Another thing is long-lasting sadness and irritability. Some people are just, when you talk to them like this, the way they just, the way they react, is it more than what we are just discussing and all? It could be a sign of mental disorder. Another thing is unexplainable mood swings. Some people is just, some people are just very high in a state of euphoria, and another few minutes or few they are just depressed again, you understand? Or maybe this time of celebration and some is just moody, like what's happening? It could be a sign of mental health disorder. Another thing is excessive eating. If you eat excessively, if some people, when there's mental health disorder, like they are going through sign of mental health disorder is when there is excessive food eating. You eat excessively or you sleep excessively. Some people, just in a way to avoid dealing with problems or dealing with life and all that, they just feel like, let me just sleep it off, and they sleep. Some people go to even the extent of drugging themselves, taking sedatives and sleeping. It could also result from drug abuse, you understand, and substance abuse. All right, so having mentioned the risk factors, the signs and symptoms, I would like to talk about what you can do to minimize this, because life, truth be told, life happens, and one thing about life is that you can't really predict what will happen, but I'm a Christian, and of course, I know that all things work together for good. But I want us to, there are things that, physical things that you can do, things that you can put in, can do yourself to mediate, to stop, or to reduce the very minimum of having the challenge of mental health disorder. So I'll be talking about the first thing is know yourself. There's a value you have to place on yourself, that there's no matter what is happening, this self-esteem. You have to have the value for yourself, value for human life, value for your life, self-respect, self-confidence, that this is me, and there's a unique part to myself, and there's a unique thing that I can bring to the table. I'm valuable, and it can bring from, confessing this, affirming this to yourself. You can make list of affirmations for yourself that you paste on your door, or maybe on your mirror. You recite every day, every morning. This helps in a long way in improving your self-esteem, self-confidence, and overall it improves mental health wholly. Another thing is having a gratitude journal. Just then, when you want to be depressed or thinking about what things are not working, think about things that have happened. Miracles that have happened for you, jobs that you have gotten, admission, joy, weddings, love that you have experienced, your family. Just find something to be grateful for. Another thing is, you can, even the gratitude journal, you can do it, maybe something that you do daily or weekly, or you just bring yourself. You can even set an alarm on the phone that I want to thank God, gratitude time. You find things to be thankful for. You can thank you for nature, thank for life, thank for the dry season, for the rainy season, for the harmattan. You understand? And it goes a long way. Another thing is, you infuse fun activities into things that you are doing. All work and no play make Jack a dull boy. You understand? Try and find fun activities. You can it could be going out for nature, taking a stroll. You could be watching TV. But one thing is, this age that we have, we spend so much time on social media. So find something else that gives you fun, that makes you exercise with nature. You can go to the cinema. You can go window shopping. There are several things. You can even Google things that are fun to you. You can even, cooking can be fun for people. Go on YouTube, learn new recipes, try them out on yourself, and you get better. And those depressive thoughts, things that keep you back, they go away, and with time you don't even experience them again. You understand? Then forgive people before they offend you. Don't try to keep malice. If anybody comes at you, forgive them before, and even if anybody does anything you're not happy against it, you're not happy with it, talk to them. And let us talk to somebody else. Share with people. Do you have people that you can relate with? Have trustworthy confidence. Whether your religious leader, your spouse, your parents, your siblings, friends, trustworthy people, not people that will go and make your matter topic of discussion in another environment. You understand? So, but please have people that you can share your deep thoughts with, and I hope that this will help us. Another thing is, I already mentioned it earlier, that socially, spend time with nature, share difficult problems with trustworthy confidence. We can't really overemphasize that. Then you can also volunteer. There are things that you can volunteer. You can volunteer in a club, volunteer in an organization, volunteer to help somebody. Join their volunteer. You can even, there are programs that are having around, volunteer, share your